Hello. We got little dwarf man that we're still working on. Let's check a few things. I feel like it's way overexposed. Hello, Diana. How are you? Okay, I guess that's fine. Let's see. Let's get this cleaned up. Nice. Do you mean just like a spreadsheet of everything? For cataloging for move-in and stuff like that? I'm doing good. Dropped off Ez a little while ago because Xana's back and done with her friends. So it's just me and Poe again. Played some Elden Ring this morning and last night. So that was fun. Also, don't know why the camera is in such a weird position today, but whatever. I'm not going to sweat it too much. Looks like everything's on track to get here tomorrow, so I'll be able to just have the camera in a position and not worry about it anymore, hopefully, since I won't be using the phone. So that'll be great. Oh, when I start painting, I think this is a better position because there we go. That's where I'm gonna hold it. But yeah, when I get the new camera, it's gonna be kind of pointed up a little bit more and angled this way. At least that's how I was messing around with stuff. This doesn't work great with the phone because it sounds like I'd have to digital zoom in way too much. I already have to digital zoom in like 2x and that's not great, so. Ours is 2.5x, but because I think if I had it in the position that I wanted to be in, it'd be like that much zoom, and it starts to get a little bit grainy at that, so. Let's go about there. It's already a little grainy at this, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, we got the new camera. Look at this. Ooh, wow. You got it used and it's in good shape. It has a cool little flippy screen, which is neat. I haven't had a camera with a flippy screen before. Yeah, it's a nice little camera. I'll have to see how still photos look out of it. It's only an APS-C sensor, so it's definitely not going to replace. I mean, the battery seems fine. It's a little baby battery. I have an SD card on the way. SD cards have gotten a lot cheaper since the last time I bought one. Because I only really got one with my Leica, and I think the one I have in my Leica is 32 gig, and that was like 30 or 40 bucks when I bought it, and the one I just bought for that is like 128 gig and it's like 17 bucks. It's ridiculous. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see. Let's get some paint out. The camera batteries have like never really been an issue in terms of how long they last, because I'm normally just taking stills and such. Yeah. It's got a little plug on the bottom of the battery compartment, which is how the dummy battery plugs in. So that's where it's supposed to plug in, I guess, because it won't work if you have the battery compartment open. So let's put that back. Yeah, what else is going on? I started planning out some bases yesterday. I didn't really make much progress besides picking plinths and then positioning this one. So these are some Ares mythologic figures. I picked up a bunch of like old metal 54mm minis and want to do some dioramas with them. So I need to figure out what she's going to sit on and then get that going. The big one that I'm figuring out, is this one, which is Artemis. So I've been looking at some old Greek temples. Do some fun stuff, hopefully. We'll see. I'll chip away at those a little bit tonight, unless I decide to play more Elden Ring. It's you? How is it you? Okay, let's paint. Let's see. And then play Elden Ring, yeah. I did some rune. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so Artemis is like the goddess of nature and vegetation and all those things. And I don't think I've shown these on stream yet. I've shown the birds and stuff I've gotten from this guy, but I got these little 75 mil, moon and hunting. And yeah, she's the goddess of the moon, which is why there's like the NASA Artemis stuff. But I believe she's the goddess of the hunt, but like also just in general wildlife and nature is what I saw. I don't know, I'll go check it all again. I have these little in-scale foxes and raccoons and rabbits and such, so I'll put them on that base. And I also have birds, so there'll probably be some birds on that base. Maybe an owl or two. And yeah. But I did some rune farming this morning. There's a one in Elden Ring where you just shoot a bow at a bird and then it runs off a cliff because you're shooting from across a canyon, and then you get 10,000 runes. So I did that like 70 times. Good stuff. So I went from like level 40 to like level 85. Woo! Okay. Anyways. Yeah. I think one thing from last time that I need to fix is the lighting on this pickaxe, but I'm gonna worry about that much later. Let's start painting his clothes a little bit and get those sorted out. So we're gonna start with his shirt. I'm gonna start by blocking in the back of his shirt. So I'm getting a lot of that Payne's gray in there, and I'm also getting some phthalo green in there. And we should be on camera and not down there. Dum-dum. Yeah, new computer gets here tomorrow. I was debating picking up something that would allow me to connect my PS5 to my computer if I ever wanted to stream that stuff. But the PS5's in the other room. So I don't know how that would work. I would need a really long USB cable. Yeah, it's on the way tomorrow. That's why this is the Sayonara garbage computer stream. Hopefully. It should get here tomorrow. I just checked the tracking before this. It made it from China to Korea to Alaska to Kentucky. So it overshot me a bit. but I think that's just how UPS works. I got the new Mac Studio because I'm an Apple simp. I got like the base version of it. I didn't go crazy on the specs because base version seemed like more than enough for what I need to do. Wow, why unsubscribe? Yeah, so like I was going back and forth on it for a while if I wanted to get like a new laptop or get a like desktop computer. I ended up deciding desktop computer because I've been messing around with just having an iPad and using just that for portable stuff, and it meets my needs. So for when I'm not at my desk, I found some programming stuff on the iPad that works pretty well, and also a remote desktop app that works really well. In the worst case scenario that I do need to like use a real computer. Oops, okay, we're good. Yeah. I mean, if for your needs, like if you're going to be doing video editing, like you can do it on an iPad, but like it's not great. And the new MacBooks are really good for editing video and such. But I believe the Mac Studio chip actually has like video encoder dedicated hardware, so that should hopefully be good for OBS. And I believe OBS recently rolled out actual support for the Apple Silicon, so doubly good. Yeah, you mean like the MacBook Pro, right? Not the Mac Pro. I feel like whatever the new Mac Pro is gonna be absolutely ridiculous. Hey, thanks for the resub. Yeah, I always find that kind of annoying on other people's channels. And I'm drifting out of focus, and here we're gonna move the camera a little bit. I think this is why I had lowered that for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm holding it here. We're gonna angle down a little bit more, and then okay, that's better. Slightly here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I got those witches done. And I got them packed up yesterday. Hopefully they will be okay. I need to actually ship them out tomorrow. So I realized that my scale doesn't work anymore, like my little food scale. So I'm waiting for a new one. And for the post office to be open. And the person who commissioned me on those already wants to do another one, so that's nice. And this time it'll be a diorama that'll probably take a little while. Also, I think the Golden Demon announcements or prize ceremony started like right before the stream. So I'll have to check in on who won when I'm all done here. What would I consider bath towels? What? What do you mean? Like any towel in the bathroom, or like what you would use for the shower, or the quality of the towel? It's a very weird question. Glaze medium down. Okay. What labels do you have already? I mean, there's a linen closet, right? It's just like sheets and towels and stuff like that. Oh, and there goes the computer. Come on. I would just call them linens, and that would be your towels and sheets and all that stuff. No problem. Like how fine grained are you inventorying things? If you have like a box of stuff, do you inventory every single thing in that box? Like if you had a box of Legos, would you inventory every single brick, or would you just say, oh, it's this Lego set? Okay, but if it's an open Lego set, oh, makes sense, I guess. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Oscars are tonight. I'm sure that'll be boring. I have no plans to watch it. I'll just see what wins. And if Dune doesn't win anything, I'm going to be very disappointed. Okay. And then there's a Satoshi Kon kind of festival going on to like celebrate his life. There's a Polygon article about it, but you could basically reserve a ticket to watch any of his movies online. Unfortunately, Tokyo Godfathers and Perfect Blue, I think is the other one, were already sold out by the time I got around to registering, but I was able to get a reservation for Paprika and Millennium Actress. So I'll watch those at some point this week, which is exciting. Somehow I've not seen them yet. I'll just have to watch Tokyo Godfathers at some other time. And Perfect Blue. I used to be able to go to Cinerama for that kind of stuff, but not anymore. Which is sad. I think we're gonna go a bit deeper in those shadows on the back, and we're gonna go a bit brighter on the front as well, but just kind of getting the initial idea in for starters. Don't know if we'll be doing any airbrush smoothing or if we will just kind of texture the hell over this. Maybe a little bit of both. Oh my god, computer, come on. You just gotta make it through today, bud. Come on. Let's see, let's kill some things. Hopefully that frees up enough stuff. police or something. Whenever I walk Poe and a ambulance or fire truck goes by, he will woo at it. And this week when I was watching as in Poe, one drove by and Poe started wooing a lot, and then as we kind of go at it, because he's a dumb little boy. No full woo for him, just a little woo. Yeah. Okay, let's pump up some of these spots. As the computer decides to dip again, because it's a piece of garbage. If you see me kind of rotating the model around, I'm looking at the rock and like where it would perceivably cast light. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure that out when I do that. The airbrush sketch gave me a decent idea of where lights would go, but I can't put the airbrush exactly where the rock is and point it around. If I were smart, maybe I would have kept this arm separate and then done that first. But live and learn. Okay, let's go back to the back side. Good thing it's a smidgen darker over here. Smidgen darker. What are you doing there, little fleck? There we go. Okay. Let's get this a little darker in here. Let's also just pop this off for now. Set that aside. I think we will do a little bit of airbrush smoothing things out before we add in some sort of texture to it. Up and back over the highlights. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mithru. Also, yeah, my stupid alert box is working again. Apparently somehow it got turned off for raids, which is why the last couple raids we had on stream didn't show anything. So, yeah. Sorry that I'm kind of being quiet again, as per usual. If anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll can think of something to talk about. My sister won the most cursed thing this weekend, which is a pair of, oops, there's a bump into the camera. Yes, the After Dark book. Yeah, I regretted not backing that. For those who aren't familiar with Liam Wong, he's a photographer. Here, I can go grab his first book real quickly just to show it because it's cool. Ooh. Yeah, that's how little sleepy man. Poe's just laying on the couch all sad like. Yeah, he takes cool like nightscape photos and street photography and stuff like that. So if you like neon colors and or Japan, great book to pick up. He is also the creative director behind, I'm blanking on her name, Ikumi, I think. She's the one who was the original director behind Tokyo Ghostwire. You know the meme where the lady goes spooky? It's her. She's starting a new game studio and he's the creative director. Or the art director. Creative director? I don't know. Yeah, I know that it's going to be open for like normal sale at some point, it looks like. He mentioned that recently, so I will definitely pick it up. I think I didn't pick it up because I was worried it was going to be like a little bit too similar to this one. But I don't know, the cover looks cool, so I guess on the topic of art books, I'm gonna get another one this week in the mail, I think. I just got the shipping notification for it. It's Tyler Jacobson's art book that he just released. If you don't know Tyler Jacobson, I don't know if you're here, you probably play or are familiar with like Wizards of the Coast stuff. He's the artist that does a lot of the D&D covers, as well as a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards. So, like the DM screen with the big red dragon on it, that's his red dragon. So I'm a big fan of his stuff. And then, yeah, my sister won like the most cursed thing this weekend, which is a pair of Lisa Frank Crocs. And they look exactly how you probably would imagine them to look if you're familiar with either of those two things. Damn my computer. Okay, that's starting to look good. I'm gonna push this highlight ever so slightly more. So, highlighting red can be really tricky. Because if you're not careful, Lisa Frank, you know, the 90s brand that's like all the unicorns and the crazy rainbow colors and all that stuff. Yeah. I can send you a picture after the stream. Which will be another great thing for when I get the new setup I'll set up tomorrow, is I can actually use my phone to send things and not, kill the stream. So that'll be great. I guess I could technically do it on my iPad, but it's too much effort right now. Actually, here. Maybe I can just pull up the picture on my iPad. Let me see. Oh, we got the sculptor from last time that we were talking about. Need to make sure that I don't dox anyone. Okay. That's what they look like. Horrifying. Here, I'll leave this to the side in case you didn't see that and want to see it. Yeah. Lisa Frank was like very popular in the late 90s. I think there's like some drama scandal stuff around them that's actually kind of interesting, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. So if you want a fun read, you can go look them up. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a unicorn vomited all over someone's sandals. Are you working on your Screaming God pinup, Mumford? I got Screaming God. Yeah, but red can be a challenge because you can accidentally make it look pink or orange. So one way to get around that is you highlight it to one of those points and then you glaze back over it with red. I'm just using a mixture of the skin tone and that Deriliad yellow, which I should still probably look up the pronunciation for because I'm probably butchering it. But that's okay. Hey Minnie, the chimeras are really matte on their own. I wouldn't say they're quite like scale color matte, but they're pretty close. They do come with a satin medium that you can mix around with it. But yeah, like this is just them on their own. I do have a little bit of, as I bump into the camera again, I do have a little bit of Magic Mix, which is a bit of matte, but I don't think it affects them too much. And Noise Mumford. Yeah, I'm tempted to pick up some Marvel figures, but I don't know. I have all those Marvel United figures to do, so that probably scratches the Marvel itch for a while. Which I should probably finish up that core box set soon. So I think once I get some bases made for some 75mm stuff, I will probably work on those off stream. That's my next thing. Yeah, the Joe Sanja Magic Mix. It's like a retarding matte medium thing. It's interesting. But yeah, the chimeras all on their own are very matte. So I am a big fan of them. I am excited for the Kickstarter, which I believe is coming out on April 26th. Because it's going to have some cool minis, and it's going to have some paints. Yeah. Oh, use it in the airbrush? That's interesting. I've not tried it in the airbrush. But speaking of airbrush, let's bust ours out. I guess mine. I don't think any of you will pay for this airbrush, so. this hooked up. Let's turn this on a little bit. Interesting. I would have thought it would have been like a little too thick for the airbrush, but I'll have to give it a try at some point. My little airbrush bottle is a little bit of Vallejo Flow Aid, a lot of Vallejo thinner, and a little bit of water is what I've been messing around with lately. I think I need to add more Flow Aid to it than I have at the moment, so I'll try that once I emptied it a little bit more. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for my mask. Cool. Which airbrush are you using that has the, I guess it could be this. I think this has like a 0.2 needle. Somewhere in that ballpark. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, oh, okay. Oh, the H&S Infinity, okay. Got it. Maybe add just a teeny bit more red. Okay. Let me get my mask actually on. The rebranded Vallejo has oh. I didn't know Vallejo had branded airbrushes. Interesting. Oops, I made it a little bit. Good job, Nick. Let's see if we can just wipe that off. I bought it when it came out, so
This is the first Spiro that I ever bought, so I'm just now getting around to painting it. Um, it's the second Spiro that I'm painting though, because I painted the baby Kappa. I guess I painted that a while ago. I painted it for my sister's birthday in the summer last year. Um, yeah, so finally getting around to painting it. I see them pop up every now and then. Compared to other spheres, it's not too crazy expensive. Also, sorry if you have a hard time hearing. Ugh. Yeah. I've been trying to get my hands on one of the pirates. Either the 3 pirate set or the captain. And it's just, it's a lot of money. Yeah, like I think the way that Spirit does it is like the best way to do it as well. Where it's like it's not limited to a set number, so you don't have to be like, oh, I have to get in right away when it launches and get it. You have like the whole 48 hours to get it, and if he makes as many as are ordered during that 48 hours. Like I think that's a really nice way to do it. But yeah, it makes getting the older ones kind of terrible. But I understand why he does it. So, and it's really cool seeing like how each run seems to be getting like consistently more and more and more. Um, so he just finished up a run a few weeks ago for the new Orc Hunter. And that was around 800 or so versus like this guy who was like 400 or something were made of him, maybe 500. I think the little goblin mercenary he did, I think, is his best selling one so far. That was over 1,000. But yeah, I've been just buying. So I talked about this last time I was painting this guy, but I found out about Spiro. The next one he did was the old lady with the frog jumping out of the pot. And I didn't pick it up because I was like, I don't know if I like it. Now I'm full of regret for not getting that one. So even if I'm not like 100% sold on the Spira, I just buy it now because I know my opinion will probably change at some point because I don't know, they're great sculpts. Like he's probably my favorite, if not yeah, like he's definitely my favorite sculptor. Especially for display stuff. I think for gaming stuff, I really like Boris, who's the guy for Westphalia Miniatures. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his last name because it's some Russian mixture, Eastern European of lots of consonants going around, so I'm going to butcher it if I try. Yep. Yeah, Seven Dwarfs. Picked that up because I love it. I might try to paint that up for my mom or something at some point. The main reason why I want the pirates is because I think my dad would like those. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm waiting on this Patreon stuff, and I'm waiting on the 2 Kickstarters, and it looks like they had some delays with the shipping because the guy relocated for like cheaper costs and stuff like that. But they did a really nice breakdown of like why things are delayed and like here's the path to being on track, which I really appreciated. Unlike some Kickstarters and pre-orders. And what? I'm guessing you're asking why I said weird Russian set of letters. Oh. It's a miniature sculptor named Boris something. W something something something. And he just has a really nice, fun style. A lot of character in his miniatures. If you saw the Morkborg Kickstarter that just ended recently, he did the sculpting for all of those. And I also mispronounced Morkborg. I know it's more Swedishy. We're not going to attempt that right now. I guess like Merkbig. I can grab a link in just a second. Or I can unless Mumford has one. But if you look up Westphalia, Westphalia, that's his stuff. Okay, I will be on for...
how much longer will I be on for? I'll probably be on till like 5:30 or so another hour and a half. Here, let me pull it up. Let's not show that. Oh, one guy we were looking at last time. Yeah. Wolosin. Boris Wolosin. Yeah, we were looking up Alan Karsko last time. Sammy mentioned his figures, and apparently he sculpted a bunch of Kingdom Death stuff, which I did not know. He sculpted the Sunstalker and Forge God and someone else. Who did he sculpt? The Griffin and Lion God, which are all there. Yeah. Yeah, so if you look up his name, you'll find his Instagram. And then if you look up Westphalia Miniatures, a lot of stuff. And then if you Google Morkborg Miniatures Kickstarter or Morkborg Westphalia, you'll probably find their Kickstarter. And there was some really fun miniatures in there. Yeah, last year Westphalia with Boris did a Kickstarter that has a really cool dragon, a cool giant, and then they did another one that has 2 virus monsters, which are beholders. So I went a little ham and got most of that stuff because I really enjoy his work. So I'm just going to hair dry this real quickly just to make sure everything's nice and dry. Hey, Minimancer. Yeah. We just did the shirt, just to get the values in there. We'll probably go back and add some texture to it in a bit. But I think I kind of want to just get the overalls next. I'm not in a texture adding mood right now. I'm going to get the values, the major values in mood. Yeah. He's also done a lot of work, if you're familiar with Zealot Miniatures, Z-E-A-L-O-T. He's done a lot of work for them. But just like a really good... Awesome. Have a nice dinner and rest of your Sunday evening, Mumford. Thank you for stopping by and chatting. have fun with Elden Ring. Yeah. I think he evokes a really nice horse, evokes a really nice style for like kind of classic D&D aesthetic. Like very like Black Sun, Rosetta kind of style, I think. But anyways. So let's think about this. Let's get some of you. Some of you. And some of you. Why not? I thought that these weren't supposed to get clogged, but they keep getting clogged. It's great. And was there anything else that I wanted to use? Let's just grab you for now. This also got clogged, but they always get clogged. Oh, that's nice, not mixed at all. Great. Better. Okay. Let's see. So, yeah, we'll paint for another hour and a half-ish. Then I'll go do my normal Sunday rigmarole of groceries, food, and chilling. Tomorrow I should be getting a whole bunch of stuff in the mail to finish up the new setup. I missed part of the red. Hold, please. Womp womp. But yeah, I should be getting a bunch of stuff in the mail tomorrow to finish up the new setup. Mostly. At least in terms of tech. Another part of reorganizing my desk is I figured out how I can squeeze in one more paint storage thing. And you bet I'm gonna do that so I can buy those new Chimera paints. I don't have problems. Yeah, so I'll get that set up. If I get it set up relatively early in the day, I might do like a very short stream in the evening. I don't know if we'll work on this guy or if I'll work on some basing stuff. We'll see. But just to make sure that everything works before I do like an actual stream. Since it'll be new computer, new camera, all that stuff. go into the little crevice there, which was nice and dark. Okay. Probably time to replace my nasty ass paper towel. I've been trying to figure out if there's like a good kind of reusable thing to use for paint wiping off, water wiping off, water wiping off. Besides paper towels, I don't know. Trying to be, I guess, more environmentally conscious and all that stuff. Reduce, reuse, and all that good stuff. And I cleaned that out. Whoops. So if anyone knows of towels that are good for that or something, that'd be helpful. Otherwise, maybe I'll just sacrifice some towels and see how it works. Or if they get too crusty over time. Oh, okay. That's a smart idea. I guess I could do that. I guess I could turn my, maybe make like a smaller container for this or something. Once I get my Red Grass Games wet palette. And then have just a second sponge for the brush. That's a good idea. I'll see if I can figure something out for that. Okay, well. Now let's go back to a regularly scheduled program of these. Wait. Come here, stupid thing. My big blob of post attack from when I prepare a lot of minis at once. I have a bad habit of fidgeting with it during meetings and such. Which leads to people wondering what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Neat. Are you oil painting minis, or are you are you doing the fancy thing of the oil paint minis, or is this like oil painting? I'm assuming it's minis. Try our best to not screw up the hand. Nice. I have trouble keeping track of what everyone uses. I know there's more and more oil painters on Twitch for minis, which is really neat. Like, part of me's tempted to give it like a go, but I don't know. I like acrylics. I'm sure oils might make some things easier, but I think it was Craft World that said it or something, but it's like I'd rather focus on like mastering one medium before exploring another. Is the issue, I'm guessing it's the oil on the mini while you're waiting for it to dry or something, right? And not like the oil on your palette, although I guess with how I've experienced with dog fur, oil on palette or pet hair on a palette is a very real possibility. Yes. Okay. I have like this here. I'll see if I can show it. It's not very exciting at the moment because it's empty because I don't have the little witches in there anymore. So I have this little thing from Hobby Zone. They make a really tall one too. That's like the size of, so it'd be up to here instead of just down there. Yeah, so I just smaller things that I'm working on, I'll store in there while I'm working on them so that they don't get dusty. Someday I would like to have the tall one so I can put this whole handle in there when I'm not working on it, but I don't have the space for that right now. So, someday. I can maybe make it work. This is actually an interesting thought. Maybe I could make it work. Because I'm going to get a new paint drawer module. And these drawers are pretty much empty. And there's only paint in there. So maybe I could put a whole tall thing there and move the tools over there. I'm going to think about it. Oh, okay. Oh, as you're painting. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I'll occasionally have hairs get on here. Poe sheds a lot, and then Ez, who was here, the big white foofy boy, sheds in an apocalyptic manner. Like you just like. So at the dog park, he just kind of hangs out by me or Anna when we're there. And occasionally I'll go run around and play, but he just kind of likes to sit by us and mind his own business. But like you can just like start petting him and there'll just be this snowstorm of fur flying off of him and hopefully not towards some poor bystander. I have no idea how he's not bald based on how much he sheds. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I grew up with a Maine Coon cat, and he shed a decent amount. Coincidentally, his name was also Boris. It should be not blue. That's going to be probably leather. Because this strip that's going around here, I believe is for his pack. Yeah, it swoops up around over here under his beard. Okay. Yeah. I thought about getting a cat at some point, but I'm kind of worried that I might be partially allergic to them now. I don't know. I went over to a friend's house who had a cat and my eyes were all watery, And when I visited my sister who has 2 cats, my eyes were a little watery. But I think it's just something like, if I really wanted a cat, I would get used to it over time. Because I know it's like the longer I'm around them, the less bad it gets. But so yeah, this gem is kind of casting light off of it, but the gems in the bag are not going to. They're just going to be there. But yeah, the main light source in this scene is the gem coming off of it, and then also these 2 lights. So we'll be going in and exaggerating that a little bit more as we keep working. Like this yellowishy white kind of color that we got going on a little bit right now. Yeah. Should be bright. We'll make it a little bit brighter. Okay, let's brighten this up a little bit. It's a little bit too saturated, so I'm gonna get some sunny skin tone. Yeah, I thought about a weird color for the OSL, but I don't know. Wasn't. Whoa, well. Hey Loki, how are you doing? I just dumped way too much sunny skin tone out on the palette. Let's see if we can save some of that actually. We don't need to use all that. Just scoop that back up. Yeah. So the very first time I used the scale 75 paint, I would only use Vallejo. That's lovely. Splurted out all over my finger as I put the cap back on. Let me clean up. Let's replace my paper towels. Almost out. Yeah, the very first scale 75 paint I used, I didn't realize that you had to poke a hole in the top. Oops. So I had a whole bunch of birch all over my everywhere. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I'm guessing you don't have an airbrush so you can't prime indoors or anything like that. The Procore primer I use actually brushes on really nicely as well. And I think you can technically rattle can prime outside if it's cold. It's just you got to heat it up in a water bath first, and then kind of like run out, prime it, and then run back in. But I would imagine that's not fun. with this color for now. Yeah. I got a lot of prime stuff to still get through. Yeah. Oh, like you need your stuff to kind of sit outside and cure for a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it can just sit out there while you're waiting for it to dry. I don't rattle can much. The only thing I really rattle can with is my lacquer varnish that I put on my game model, so I wait for a nice day and go outside and do that. But I did find out that they sell that same varnish in pots, so whenever I get an airbrush set up where I can actually like vent outside instead of just have a air purifier, I will be picking that up and I will be very happy. Oh dear. Stupid computer. Yeah. Kind of wishing I left this arm off now. Would have made painting this part a lot easier, but oh well. Okay, yeah, just trying to figure out where this light would go. Similar to what we were doing with the shirt. Yes, but I haven't played in a little bit because of Elden Ring, so my gaming time lately has been that. But yeah, I've done like a few Lantern years, and I'm still enjoying it. I think if I had like a way to just keep it set up permanently, I would play it a lot more often. So at some point I'd like to get a gaming table, but I was hoping to wait to do that until I get a house. but I don't know if we're gonna get a house anytime soon. So maybe I'll just look. I've not sunk that many hours. I've been painting a lot, but I hit like 30 hours or something today, I think, before this. Which, yes, I know are rookie numbers. Yeah, I beat Raya Lucaria on Friday, and I did some exploring, and then I did a lot of rune farming, and then I found my way to the Atlas Plateau. I did two ways. I technically did both ways of doing it. I defeated the boss after the rune farming, and then I went to both the forts. I'd been to the fort in Limgrave a while ago to get the half the medallion, and then I went to the one in Caelid to get the other half, which I hate. Those friggin' singing vampire bats. I don't like them. So with my recent rune farming and leveling up, I went with strength and fate, so I could use the Sword of Night and Flame, because I've had that in my inventory for a while. Which I know it's been nerfed, but I don't know, it's still fun. I was having fun swinging it around today. But yeah, I also invested a lot into endurance, just because I like to roll and hit things a lot. Yeah, it's a good game. I find that I can typically only play it in like relatively short patches, which is why I haven't sunk like a whole bunch of time into it. Like the last 2 days are probably like my longest play times since maybe the first day I got it. Yeah, it's a very good game. Mostly it's just making me more excited for Breath of the Wild too. But it's good. Yeah, as is Kingdom Death. I enjoy the combat and most of the settlement stuff quite a bit. I think the crafting stuff I'm not like huge on necessarily in Kingdom Death. I think it's just because like having to like look through and see what everything does and like try to figure that kind of stuff out. Like the gear management stuff is not really my jam just yet. But I think as I play it more and understand what things are, I'll know what I want. So basically my philosophy right now is just like rather than build a bunch of a thing, build like one of everything in Kingdom Death, so I can try everything out and see what I like. So far, I think I like speed a lot, which I'm pretty sure, according to the meta, is bad, but I like the click clacks. So, yeah. Maybe I'll try to play a little bit more this week. We'll see. We'll see if I can wrestle myself away from Elden Ring. Get Kingdom Death set up again. Yeah. sense. Dual guitars. I've not gotten there yet. I'm still just like dealing with white lines, and I haven't hunted Screaming Antelope yet. Pretty sure I'm close to having to face the butcher though. Because basically I would just like play a lantern here and then call it good. Because I'm so very slow when it comes to play. Because I'm still trying to figure out all the rules and everything. It's both more like a lot simpler than I thought it would be, and like, but there's still like a lot of complexity to it. But the Scribe app was definitely a good investment. Makes life a lot easier for managing all the characters. Okay. Just punch up slightly in a few places. Trying to think what else is going on. That's about it, I think. Should probably be another show we could work. Thing I'm working on is kind of blocked because another team is launching something, so they have priority on all changes going in, and the team that manages the thing that the changes are going into is made up of 2 people. So my stuff kind of gets put on the back burner. But I'll figure out something else to do this week. This is too dark right now, so let's bring it up a little bit. Punch things up ever so slightly more in a couple places. Okay. Now let's airbrush this blue stuff. Just gonna put on the mask again. As we bump the camera again. Good job. Good job. Oh, I actually like bumped it, I think. Did I? Whatever. Good enough. Okay.
There we go. Not that. Getting a lot of Payne's gray in there. Do some around with a phthalo blue. A smidgen of Maltese, why not? Okay. Oops. Okay, now let's fix the camera. Damn it. There we go. Oops. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna pump this color up a bit more. Okay, a lot more. Okay. Go in with some. Oops. I'm just going to take some of this Payne's Gray, put it right in there. Let's add a little bit more paint in there. It's a little bit more opaque when we apply it. Okay, we need more paint. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's clean out the airbrush real quickly. Let's get him a little bit further away. Okay. Nice and clean. Take the mask off now.
So people can understand me, which is great. Cool. And bump into the camera again and disconnect it. Nice. 1 second. There we go. I bumped into the lock button. Oops. That shouldn't happen. Hopefully after Monday. Even seeing if having the camera up in this general vicinity is better, and I think it's a better camera angle overall. It's definitely better for me because I can have the light where I want it. But with the new camera, I can have it a lot higher up, so I won't bump into it all the time. So, yay! Okay, let's keep working on his clothes. So he's got this belt. So let's do the belt and the bag, I think. So we gotta use actually. Okay. I'm gonna get up and stretch it real quickly, and then we will get back to painting. So I'll be right back. No riots. No riots here. I'm gonna give Poe some pets because he's still laying on the couch. Let me put this somewhere that I won't. Here, we'll put it in the thing. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Maybe instead of watching the Oscars, I will finally watch one of the movies I'm supposed to watch. So there's Drive My Car. The Power of Dog has been on my list for a while because Westerns. And I guess the West Side Story remake, maybe. We'll see. I think there's also Coda, but I don't know if I want to watch that. Definitely been much more into series lately rather than movies. Because I've going in and trying to add some texture to the belt. Some scratchies, and then we'll be glazing over it to reduce the scratchy intensity. These scratchies aren't great. They're a little too regular. So our glaze is probably going to be a bit heavier. So we bump into the camera again. Good job. Let's hair dry this. Okay. All right. Let's hair dry again. We've summoned the Poe. Hello, Poe. How are you? Eh? Hey, dum dum. Getting there. So just kind of go back and forth, adding lines, doing glazes. I might work in some other colors here in a second with our glazes. good enough for now. So there's most of his clothes done. He still needs his belt buckle, his headband, and the sash. So let's work on the bag next. This will be probably the last thing we work on stream today. So I'm getting hungry. Even more. Getting none of my mileage out of this. Okay. You're gonna hair dry this. It's a little wet. Okay. Okay. So let's take stock of where we're at. So we still got the handle of the pickaxe, which isn't on him right now. His little beard thing, his belt buckle, the button on his overalls. Little friend, their headbands, and the rocks in the bag. And then I guess kind of just fine tuning things. I think we need to tune the OSL a little bit. I think the intensity on the beard goes up a little bit too high in this volume specifically. I think on the face we could tweak some things, bring up the highlights a little bit more where they need to be brought up. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the face. The forehead, reasonably happy with. I think a couple adjustments. These are just like, so Blix has like a rack of like K and S steel things, so I just bought some. Do I have a one that I popped out? Yes, I do. So it's like just it's like a hollow aluminum rod that I use to, so because I like to paint the busts on the handles. I know some people will just paint them directly on the plinths, but I like using my handle so I can use this thing. I usually use like a 1/8 inch. Sorry, the 1/8 inch is for like the plinth mount. So there's, I don't know if I can show it on camera. Yeah, it's not going to show up. But there's a central hole on him that's a 1/8 inch diameter like hole that I have some brass rod that I use for that. This is 16th inch, maybe like 2 millimeters, something like that. Actually, I can give you a better idea because I use one of these drill bits for it. Here, we can measure. This doesn't have a 1 millimeter drill bit in it anymore because I broke all those. So this is 1.5. Yeah, so it's about a little over 1.5, so it's probably about a 2 millimeter. I think I used the 2 millimeter to drill it, so there's some wiggle room. So it's somewhere in that ballpark. But yeah, I'm not like super choosy. I just like grab something that looks sturdy enough, but not so thick that it won't have trouble fitting into my cork thing. Because that 1/8 inch one is a little bit too thick for that, and I like to have 2 so it's more stable. I'll fix that later. But yeah. So I what I usually do is I'll use these for when I'm actually painting, and then I pop them out and I'll reuse them on other figures. That way I don't have to buy them too often. Every now and then I'll use those to pin 75 mil figures, but I usually just use like 1 millimeter wire instead. So this is a Rathcore holder, Rathcore. They also have, I can show you the whole shebang. They also have these little ones. And how it works is there's different size arms that you can get. So this is a 50 mil. They have a 50 mil. I believe this is this is 70 mil. And then they have a 90 mil one that'll fit like a 75 mil scale figure under it. So you can just kind of pop these off, pop it on. This thing reduces the tension, like how tightly this is closed, so if you have it all the way up, you can freely spin it around. Oops. And if you bring it all the way down, it's locked. I like both. If I'm working on a bigger figure, I tend to like this a little bit more, because it feels a little more balanced. For smaller figures, I like these, because you can kind of do all sorts of stuff. Oh god, 8 frames per second. If you're in the States, there is a website called Mini something. It's either miniature painting or minipainting.com. Yeah. Let me pull it up. Yeah, miniaturepainting.com. Oh, you're Aussie. I don't know where to get them in Australia. And I know shipping to Aus is not fun. PK Pro is the Euro distributor of them. Yeah, let me see if I can just drop the link to their main site in chat. But if you look up like Wrathcore Holder, you should be able to find them on Google. But let's see. Yeah, wrathcore.com is their website. And then let's see if there's an Aussie partner. I know that Element Games has them as well. But that's in the UK. So I don't know how to get them in Australia, unfortunately, without paying through the nose for shipping. I know PK ships relatively quickly, but their shipping's gone up a lot since the last time I ordered from them. Last time I ordered from them, it was like 20 euro shipping, which was already a lot, but if you put together a big cart, it was justifiable. And I just looked at them the other day because they have some Juila stuff that I can't find anywhere else, and it's 30 euros now for one thing. So I'm not ordering from them until that gets resolved, which probably will never get resolved. But I can ask around to see if anyone in Australia. Okay, yeah, I can ask around to see if anyone in Australia knows. Maybe like you can try to convince Stonebeard or someone to carry them. Do a big import for you guys. Yeah, let me just put paints away while I think of what to do. So, yeah. Let's see. Oops, bump into all the things. But yeah, so I will at least stream on Thursday probably this week because there's no critical role. So either Thursday or Friday, I'll stream. As we bump everything. But yeah, I'll also probably do a stream earlier in the week as well. Just a very short one to make sure everything works, assuming I get it all tomorrow. So that should be good. And hopefully we'll no longer have the computer diving and burning during the stream. And then we can also open links and do raids in a not terrible way like we're about to do. So let's get that going. If my mouse wakes up. So speaking of tanking the stream, here we go. Yeah. So thank you to everyone who stopped by and chatted. Loki sent something, but it's not showing up in my chat, so that's interesting. Oh dear. It's thinking now. Oh god. Everything's crashing and burning. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let's see if anybody I know is online. Okay, it's the emote, so I just decided to not load the emote. That's fine. Come on. Monster Demo, we raid him a lot. So let's just go see if we can find a random channel. Which means even more loading. And more stream being garbage. I don't even know if you guys can hear me when it does this. I hope you can, but it's okay. he's got a lot of viewers, so let's. I don't know. Come on. Browse. Go. Keeping a steady cinematic 15 frames per second right now as my computer yells at me. Okay. Miniature figures. Okay. Alright, there's me. Test stream. This guy's doing a test stream. Maybe we should just go raid him. What else? Someone's playing Elden Ring under miniature figures. Oh, someone's crafting a cool house. Okay, there's actually a lot of people streaming, but they're not painting miniatures. Wait, this guy's doing a little. We can. Oh, okay, you can't hear us. That's good to know. This guy's. Here, I'm gonna pop this open. It's gonna make it even more unbearable. That guy's doing sculpting. Okay, there's a few options. So let's see if this guy's doing something and if it's in English. It's thinking. It's wanting to load. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna take a chance. We're gonna raid this guy. Sorry. He's talking about going to a con and working on like a little crafty thing, it looks like. So, something different for a change. But yeah, so again, thank you everyone who tuned in. Hopefully this will be the last Garbo stream. Here's our dwarf one more time. Yeah, I'm liking how it's coming along for the most part. I think the I'm gonna look at it outside of the shop lighting or the desk lighting and make sure it looks all good. But yeah, see ya, Mini Scribbler and Loki. Thank you guys for chatting. And let's raid. Bye.